Hello, and welcome back to the White Pube podcast. I am ZM, and it is Sunday, the 15th of March, 2026. If you don't know, the White Pube is a website that I run with my friend and collaborator, Gabrielle de la Puente. Gab is up in Liverpool, I'm down in London, and between these two cities, we take turns to write about art, exhibitions, culture at large, whatever takes our fancy. We post a text every Sunday, and the text versions of those texts goes on the website, thewhitepube.com or .co.uk, and the audio versions of those texts go here on this podcast feed, so you can listen to us, the writers, read our own words in our own voices, if that is your format of choice, which it clearly is. Hello, welcome. Thanks for listening. I'm going to read this week's review, which is about Kobby Adi's show at Cabinet. The exhibition doesn't have a title, but if you do want to go see it, it's open until the 25th of April. And if you do go see it and you have thoughts and opinions, please let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, I'm going to read the text, but stay tuned until the end, and I will give you the emoji to comment on the Instagram post if you stick around all the way to the end. Okay. I go to Cabinet with a friend to look at Kobby Adi's show. There is no title, there is no press release, just a map of the space locating the machine and false door. The machine is on a trolley in the middle of the space. It is a big metal box with one side open. There is a camera lens wired into the top. My friend sticks his hand in. It flashes grayscale on wall-mounted screens behind the box. I stick my hand in. I wave. I lower my head to get a look at the camera. The man behind the desk tells us we are obviously not meant to stick things into the box. It is some kind of medical imaging device, and it is monitoring the light in the space. I look at the back wall where there's a long, thin window, like in castles. It casts a creased shadow inside the box. We watch the shadows shift inside the box and on the screen as we walk around. The false door is a large piece of paper, probably a theatrical set backdrop with a cut-out door. The paper is thick, old, painted with pink stripes like wacky wallpaper. There are smears of glue up top. It hangs on hooks on the wall. It leads nowhere. We contemplate the work for a while. Photographers check light levels with a clicky handheld device. They need objective measurements because human eyes adjust to fluctuating levels of light. Our eyes are relative, clicky devices are absolute. Measuring, in order to establish absolute truth, normally involves some kind of output. This is measuring without measurement. It is monitoring, as an ongoing act in the extended present tense, not a process towards an outcome, the same way a thermometer measures room temperature. Maybe this is a benevolent act of noticing, machine meditation, a kind of object-oriented ontology mindful yogic flow. Object possesses hidden inner life that is calm, present, and non-judgmentally aware of the current moment. Maybe this is a conceptual architecture of surveillance, testing the space of the gallery itself, oblivious or unconcerned with the movements and actions of the visitors that come and go. The space is the work's one true viewer. The space is the perfect audience. The space under the scrutinizing eye of the machine. Okay, but then what's the false door? Simulations, staged realities, Abbas Zahedi's altered exit signs, a refusal to remain within. It's a false door, though, so maybe it's trapping you within. Maybe it is making a mockery of the space, its strange architecture, the flimsy farce of galleries and exhibitions. This is wishful thinking, surely. I am projecting my repressed desires. My friend and I, we talk about conceptual ways to say fuck you. Absconding or withdrawing or refusing or vacating, concealments and sublimation. When I sleep that night, I dream of the metal box. I dream that the gallery is on fire, destroying the exhibition. The artist crowdfunds a new medical imaging device. The artist climbs on stage to accept the funds and the audience claps politely. The artist bows, makes his acceptance speech. These funds are so necessary, so urgent. With this money, we will be able to retrofit new medical equipment to monitor all spaces, new spaces, space as a concept in and of itself. Thank you for your generosity. The artist is holding a trophy that is actually my microwave. The artist is inserting a camera into the back of my microwave. I am heating up my leftovers. Observed. I'm missing the point, but I'm dreaming paranoid dreams. I wonder about the way we, art people, talk about conceptual art. It is a medium that moves in a subliminal register. The language we use to describe it matches. This is a semiotic conjuring of that. This stands as an emblematic representative of that. This refers to and finds an affinity with and conceals/reveals that. It is a frustrated and avoidant way of speaking, never saying it all straight up. It assumes the existence of a scrutiny that might not even exist. It creates a secret that might not even exist. I can read a whole press release 4 times and come away none the wiser about what's going on and what's actually being said. This frustrated, avoidant language preserves distance, mystery, and secrecy, making it all feel bigger than us and our human scale. I don't half feel like a brute writing about art sometimes. The art feels like this delicate and improbable thing that has landed on Earth by pure chance. The art is absconding or withdrawing or refusing or vacating, and here I am, assigning words to it all like a caveman, shrinking it so I can get a thuggish handle on it. This show exists in a void of language. No press release, no reviews yet that I can find. If I'm the brute breaking the seal, bad luck. You cannot stick your hands or anything into the box. Or you can, but you shouldn't. That isn't the point. It isn't a microwave. There isn't a sense of passing things through, transfer, production, transformation, or exchange. The box is a box. It is a kind of banal para-architectural device, similar to thermometers and weather vanes. It monitors the light in the space. That's all. I crossed London to watch a device performing a banal spatial function that doesn't involve or implicate me, the viewer, in any way at all. I want to be the kind of refined person that would be satisfied by that. I want to be enlightened and sensitive and totally A-OK with a conceptual work that presents a light monitoring machine, a show that does not need, register or address the human viewers that come to see it. But my paranoid dream says I am not that person. I am a caveman brute. My paranoid dream expresses my repressed desire. I am the centre of the exhibition's attention to a toxic level, to the point of paranoia. I am more interested in surveillance than I am in meditation because at least surveillance stars me. I didn't like this show. It was like standing in a group and asking a question that goes ignored. Why would I want to have a chat with those people? Obviously, humanly, I would rather have a chat elsewhere. That isn't the point. The show doesn't care or know that I didn't get on with it. It is measuring the light, and I, caveman that I am, have no idea why. Okay, thank you. That is the review. Again, the show is on until the 25th of April. Let me know what you think. If you do go and see it, I would love to hear other people's opinions. And if you come across any other reviews, please let me know. I'd also love to read them. For the emoji on the Instagram post, please can I have the cardboard box emoji? Is there a microwave emoji? A box emoji of some kind. I want an object-based box, not like a digital emoji, but not the squares. I want like a box, 3-dimensional box. Okay, that's all. Thank you for listening, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.